I would say Allean is a star of our program here. She's been in the program for the last 4 years.
When I first got my apartment, I was excited because this was a place for me and my grandkids to have. I have custody of my grandkids, and the apartment is wonderful. When I first came to Howe, I was depressed, and I had to come out of my depression and talk about my reasons for being there. And once I started trusting and letting myself go, then I started to learn about a lot of different programs that Howe offered. Services I took were my GED classes. That was like the best thing for me. I've always had a job and I was always able to get promotions, but I'd never had my GED.
Allean as a student to me is really special because I don't know that I've had such a mixture of intelligence and talent and then really gritty hard work.
I could pass the test, but I couldn't pass the math. Yeah, algebra is like not my friend. I knew I needed help, and I went back to Dave, and the second time I passed the test, and I am enrolled at Wright College, and my goal is to become a paralegal, and I'm working on my goal.
She's the best grandmother that God put on earth. She takes wonderful care of the kids. They are all connected with services.
So I've worked with 3 of Allean's grandchildren. They're some of our most active participants in all of our different programming.
They had book to cook, and they came home and they made me an omelet. And the omelet was delicious.
And Allean is an example of what someone can do when they come to Howe and they really participate in what we have to offer. And Allean was like, yes.
She's a survivor. Her son was killed a few years ago, and she took that pretty hard.
My son was missing for 4 months. I found my son looking at the news. He was in his vehicle dead, and the city was putting tickets on the vehicle while he was in there dead. And I understand what a person goes through when they have a missing person. And once I found my son, my mom had a massive stroke. So I had 2 funerals in 10 months. And so I just was depressed. I just felt like it was my fault that he was dead, and if I would have just went with him, that this wouldn't happen. And so I blamed myself, and I wanted to die myself. So I had to think about my grandkids and thinking about my value, that I deserved to live, and it wasn't my fault. I started to move on. I don't know how to stop thinking how. They came to me in a time of my life when I needed support. I learned that I don't have to do it by myself. When you down, ask for help. If you fall down and you can't get up, grab somebody's hand and ask them to pull you back up.